Guys, we'll do usual embargo for Sundays, so that embargo will run 10:30 on Saturday evening, please, and questions for the Spanish we'll take just before that embargo. We've got the microphones.
Good afternoon, Pep. You're just one game perhaps away from a final, you're in a semi-final. Is this the biggest game, the most significant game that you've managed with Manchester City this season?
I don't know. Of course, when you are able to go through, next game is the most important. The games against Monaco was important too. So of course it's important to achieve or reach a final, and of course we prepare as best as possible to achieve that goal.
And state of play wise, as it comes to players, I know you'd like to have Gabriel Jesus at some stage. Where's he at the moment?
He's really much better. So today we make part of the training with us, and he's coming back with his happiness, and we are so happy he's back again.
Have you got a date in mind when he might be back properly?
We're going to travel all the squad to Wembley, all the group, so he will be part of that after we're going to see.
Pep, could these next two games against Arsenal and Manchester United define your season?
My season was good, so I'm so happy. So I was happy here. So, and at the end is what I am looking forward, like a man, like a manager. I was so happy all the season with up and downs. But it's a pleasure for me training session. But of course, in the terms of that, to achieve a final, it doesn't matter which one. It's so important. And of course, the next Thursday against United for qualify for the Champions League is important too. But the day after, or 3 days after, we're going to travel to Middlesbrough. It will be the same points that the last. But we are at the latest stage of the season, but we would like to be in Wembley in the 27th. We would like to be there.
Pep, they say winning makes you want to win more. So how important is it for the club to win this FA Cup, for the young players to try and win a trophy in the first season you're here?
All the clubs in the world win the title is important, but I think winning or not winning is not going to change too many things about the perspective of our future. What we have to do, what we're going to do. Of course, titles helps to win confidence that the team, the club is able to do great things. Winning titles give you the self-confidence to do, okay, we are good enough to still competing. And the lack to titles, it's always, we were able to do that, we were able to do the next step, and that's why it's important. But what do we have to do? We thought what we have to do in the next years. I think nothing changes if we win or not win the title.
Pep, you're returning to Wembley, where you had great memories as both as a player and a manager to the pinnacles of your career. Could you just tell us a bit about those experiences and what you remember of the old stadium and what you prefer about the new one?
But definitely the word Wembley in my life will be so important in terms of football. We were able to win the first Champions League. In that time, Coupe d'Europe, with Ronald Koeman make a fantastic goal between the Sampdoria and Mancini. And the second one beat one of the best teams in the world, Manchester United, in Wembley, and especially the way we played. You always will remember in my heart. So we make an outstanding performance in all senses. We played 25 minutes second half, and we will not able to forget it. That's why Wembley it's important part of my life, like a sportman, like a man in terms like I was football player, and come back there always will be special for me, always.
Andy, in the back. Just pass it back.
Low battery. No, it doesn't work anymore.
Hi Pep. Could I just check on John Stones, please? How is he? Is he fit to play this weekend? What's wrong with him, and how long is he likely to be missing for?
I had a problem here in the muscular one day in the training session. The end of the training session is out. Sure for Wembley. Maybe he's coming back for United, but I don't know right now.
Just down the foot, please. Don will come to you in a second.
Hi Pep. Yaya Toure scored the winner in the semi-final and the final when City won it in 2011. Is that something that you can help you with on Sunday? Help the rest of the players? He's been there, he's done it for the club. It can inspire them maybe?
So Yaya scored goal in 2011.
Yeah, the semi-final winner and the final winner. He won it for City.
Okay, I will tell him to do it again.
Okay, what have you thought about his performances for you this season, Yaya?
Outstanding. When he came back, he played good. It was a period when the last month he didn't play, and he knows the reason why he didn't play, especially the game in Monaco and in circumstances. But he's back. So yeah, it's my opinion. You know my opinion about him since the beginning. Since the beginning, last game against Southampton, he played again really well.
Pep, another experienced player, Vincent Kompany, scoring the goal, coming now good at the end of the season. How important is it having him now for the business end with the cup games, with everything that's coming up?
Yeah, he's playing the striker next game. Of course, it's so important. He's coming back, Vincent. It's so important. We said in the beginning, but always we fight, and we thought is try to help him or be helping himself to be fit. One player cannot show his talent, he's not fit. And he's the last 3 weeks a month is trained regularly, played the last game, so the Stamford Bridge last game, 90 minutes. Long time ago didn't happen that. Next season it was in the beginning, but after that it was not possible. We cannot forget semi-final Champions League, just 7 minutes, and after injured again. So we are happy and delighted that he's fit. And after, of course, my decisions to play, but of course he's like a central defender with special qualities. Special qualities.
Pep, Arsene Wenger's come in for a lot of criticism this season. You've spoken about that yourself. You've also said that you had a lot of expectations on you when you came in this season.
Me?
Yes.
He said.
No. You said that the other week that they were very high expectations. Given that this is the only trophy that either of you can win this season, who is it more important to?
No. I would like to win the titles and achieve the final, but the other clubs too. So I would like to win the Premier League and be in quarterfinals, the Champions League. Of course, we worked for that, but we were not able. I have to accept what the expectation is. Pep is coming here to change the English football, so you can imagine I felt. So I didn't come here to change absolutely anything. We said that from the beginning, of course, to win the titles as much titles as possible, but what I receive from that from now on, from the first time in my life like a manager, is what can I learn from that for the future. So when the term said if I don't win the titles, I felt I had to accept that. But I said before, I was so happy my period there. In the bad moments, I put myself, if I able to turn around. In some moments I did it, sometimes not, but I'm quite happy about what we did and the way we played, especially in the important games, and that's all. It's still a lot of things to fight, like, of course, to reach one final, because all 4 teams are so strong, and after to finish for the Champions League for the next season, and there's still a lot of things to fight, and we're going to do. And after, I open to receive the opinion from the journalists.
Is a place on the bench the best Gabriel Jesus could hope for? On Sunday?
All the squad is going to travel on Sunday, tomorrow afternoon, quicker than normally, to arrive to the hotel and see the first semi-final all together, Tottenham-Chelsea, Chelsea-Tottenham. And after we'll be all together, and after the dinner are going to decide the team, and the people's going to the bank.
But you're not ruling out starting there?
No.
David, just in the corner, please.
Pep, just going back to Vincent, Jurgen Klopp was making the point yesterday. He felt that if but for injuries, they might have made it a better title challenge. I'm just thinking about Vincent because he's so important that if you'd had him all season, could you have?
I don't know.
Better?
I would like to say we don't win because Vincent, Gabriel, and Gundogan were out. But I cannot answer that question. I don't know. I'm not good enough like Jurgen Klopp know the reason why he was not able to do that. So I cannot, because maybe with them we were not able to. So it will be a lack of respect for the people who's fighting a lot for that. Of course, all the managers in the world, all the squad and decide and be fit and be fast and be strong and be mentally prepared every single game, every 3 days. So I don't know. But of course, with Gundogan, Gabriel and Vincent, all the season would have been stronger. But you have to prepare the squad for that inconvenience and solve it. So I think I'm not a guy who take a lot of regrets about what we have done. Or after the game, immediately sometimes I am upset about one decisions or my wrong decisions or the miss one chance or miss one action in our box. But it takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes. After that, I look ourselves, what we have done good and not good to improve. I'm not guy to see we have not win. It's because another situation. So I don't like to live my profession in that way.
It was interesting, Pep, what you were saying there about the importance of this game. Is it, you almost feel as if you don't need the FA Cup to show progress because you feel that you've already shown that you're making progress, that you're doing that you want to do here?
No, I would like to FA Cup to put in the heart of my players in the head, so how good they are. I said many times to them, they still don't believe how good they are. They are a fantastic players and fantastic team. And winning titles help you a lot. Winning help to win more because you realize you have lived that experience. And when you win a title, a finals, it's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. And when you handle that and you are able to win, the next time will be easier, a little bit easier and a little bit easier. And that's why it's important for the future for that club and of course they have titles, but not, like in other clubs, for example, in Europe.
Has that been your biggest challenge here this season then? Convincing the players that they are as good as they
It's
are?
one of them, yeah.
And how have you gone about trying to convince them?
Show them how many good things during the game they do. And sometimes for little details in the boxes for decisions we are not able to win. But how the process we talk, how we want to do, how good they do. Of course they believe I'm good, I'm not dying, but like a team, like a club, even with the club, this is a fantastic club, fantastic team. I'm so proud of them, what we have done all the season, especially in the bad moments, how we overcame our defeating champions against Liverpool, how our performance. The people laugh and said, "Oh, the best performance, one of the happiest days." The people cannot imagine when you're at the Champions League, just 3 days later against Liverpool, all week rest and come there, 1 day down, how we played that game. That is what I want to see of my teams, and they were fantastic. In the same days, 3 days later, we go to Arsenal in London, and we play one of the worst first half we played in all the season, and that's happened. So in all the teams around the world, you can make a good performance, but I am pretty sure, because I said from the beginning how good they are. I am so proud to win how they play. How?
Okay, any more questions in English for the embargo? Just done it, please.
Can you just describe how much of a lift Gabriel Jesus will give you when he comes back in terms of his personality and his game on the pitch as well?
Yeah, the impact for Gabriel is how difficult it is to come here in the Premier League and immediately play how he played. No, just 10 minutes against Tottenham, the last 10 minutes there, and create 2-3 chances himself. And the Swansea, the last goal, the mentality, his impact for how show us. And not in the case all the players are injured, so I'm happy when coming back, but especially for him, but he has all Europe in his hands, and he decided to come here to join us. And we cannot forget that. I'm so happy he joined us here, and he arrives, and suddenly in 2-3, he can play 2-3 weeks. So, and that's why we are so happy. Hopefully he can help us with Sergio and the other ones to score goals in the end of the season.
And you said just a minute ago that you were happy with the progress of the team this season. Do you think the owners share that, that happiness, that contentment? Because last year City finished 4th and the chairman...
No, I don't know. It's a question. I think we will not be happy. So the expectations of the club is to hire as much as possible and is win the titles, and we're not able. So we are not happy. I can completely understand. And we could do better in the terms of the results and even in the way we play, because of course if we're not able to win the titles or be there until the end, especially in the Premier League and the Champions League, is because despite I'm so happy what we have done, it was not enough. But they have to decide. They are my boss, they are my chef, and the chairman and the manager. They have to decide wherever they want. But when you ask me, because I am here every 3 days or every week making the press conference, you ask me what is my opinion, I am honest. Because I'm a guy, when I play good, I said we don't play good. And when I said for many circumstances, where we came from for the past in that club in the last 2 seasons, or 1 or 2 seasons, the way we played, we make very good things. For example, go to Southampton and play what we play, 90 minutes, and there's many things. I'm so happy, so happy.
At the back there, please.
Sorry, Pep, just a quick one. There are 2 semi-finals for Manchester City this weekend. The women have the Champions League semi-final tomorrow. How impressed have you been with the progress that they've made, and also that they are part of the club?
When I'm talking about that, is amazing club. And even the people maybe who live here, they don't realize how good they are. Because I came from the clubs Barcelona and Bayern Munich, where they police are confident we are good. All the academy. So the academy, and last day I was watching Chelsea, Manchester City under 18, and the final, the youth, and that is a signal they are working good. And they are 2 or 3 or 4 guys, they are a big talent. And playing one team at Chelsea as well, they are good. And last season, Manchester City achieved the semi-final with Manuel, the Champions League. The women's are there. Under 10, 12, and 14 is always competing, to win the titles, being there. That means a lot. So, first of all, it's huge congratulations for the women's to achieve the semi-finals. I think the Olympique de Lyon, the women's, is maybe one of the best teams, or the best teams in the recent years, the past years in the Champions League. It will be not easy, but being there is so fantastic. So wish them the best of lucks. There they are in the final, the FA Cup final, the women's in Wembley. So hopefully we can join them in 27 to be there.
Okay, we take questions in Spanish, thank you.
Hola, Pep. Et volia preguntar si serà la primera vegada que tornes a Wembley des del 2011, o ja has anat per algun motiu, o un partit, etc.
No he anat a veure Lady Gaga. No.
I quan algú et diu la paraula Wembley, quina és la primera imatge que et ve al cap?
Sí, els 2 finals, evidentment. Em ve al cap la tradició de Wembley abans de jugar a la final de la Champions amb el 92. Em ve records la tradició que tenen els anglesos de la FA Cup, no? Els seus equips sortint, lo maco, lo important que és. Jo crec que la Copa a tots els països és molt xula, molt. Alemanya és un dels partits més macos que he jugat mai, però aquí el tema de la tradició potser la dibuixen o la fan més maca, que és el primer record, i després evidentment les 2 finals, tant de jugador com entrenador.
So when you think of Wembley, what is the first image that comes to your mind? Well, mainly the 2 finals, one as a player, one as a manager, the tradition that the stadium has before the final we played there in 1992, but mainly the tradition of the English gives to the FA Cup. The Cup is a competition very special. It's an amazing competition in all countries. I remember in Germany, it was one of the best games I could play there, and here they make the FA Cup great, so it's a very special stadium.
Buenas tardes. 2 cosas. La primera, la prensa española fue muy dura con usted porque no consiguió ganar la Champions con el Bayern. Me gustaría saber qué pensó el miércoles cuando el Bayern quedó eliminado.
Lo primero que pensé en el Bayern cuando quedó eliminado, lo orgullosos que tienen que estar Carlos, Rummenigge, Lijones, todos los fans, los jugadores, por cómo jugaron estas 2 partidos contra el Madrid. Yo sé lo difícil que es jugar contra el Madrid. Y cuando estuvieron 11 contra 11, el Bayern estuvo increíble. Increíble. Creo que con 11 contra 11 fueron mejores. Es muy difícil jugar en 2 partidos casi 1 hora con 10 contra 11, es muy complicado. Tienen que estar muy orgullosos. El Bayern de Múnich tiene que estar muy orgullosos, mucho, de cómo jugaron esta eliminatoria, sus jugadores. Después de 1-2, cómo jugaron en el Bernabéu, con la presión, lo que significa, cómo afrontaron el partido, lo valientes que fueron. Con 1-2 el partido estaba en sus manos, pero luego el Madrid con su calidad y evidentemente lo que pasó después con 10 siempre es complicado de dar la vuelta, pero incluso 10 contra 11 estuvieron allí, el Madrid no creaba peligro, luego en el tercer gol el partido se acabó, pero estuvieron. Estoy muy orgulloso como fan hasta mi último día del Bayern de Múnich, porque es parte de mi vida. Nunca puedo estar agradecido al Bayern lo que me dio. en la oportunidad de hacer lo que llegaron a hacer, lo que compitieron. Respecto al análisis si he fracasado o no fracasado, sé lo que me conlleva haber hecho lo que hemos hecho en el pasado.
Y la segunda sobre su salud, de las afonías, de las instrucciones en el entrenamiento o de la fiesta del otro día.
Estos días, la cena, desgraciadamente volví a pagar yo, fue una gran cena viendo el partido del Barça-Juve con el staff y para las afonías de hoy, de estos días de entreno. Es que no me hacen caso los jugadores.
So when you were knocked out of the Champions League with Bayern Munich, Spanish press were very harsh with you. What did you feel when Bayern was knocked out the other day at the Champions League? Well, first thing, I thought it's that Carlo Ancelotti, the players, the fans of Bayern Munich must be very happy how they played that 2 legs. I know how difficult it is to play against Real Madrid, but I think when they play 11 against 11, Bayern was incredible. I think overall Bayern were much better, but I know how difficult it is to play with 10 players. That's why I feel very proud how they play. They were brave, both legs in Santiago Bernabeu, but of course the quality of Real Madrid is great. But even when they were 10 against 11, they were there, Bayern could have won. But mainly as a fan, I feel very proud. I will never be grateful enough to Bayern Munich, how they treat me, what they gave me. So mainly very proud. And the second one is the aphony you have today is for this week or it's for today. Well, the dinner. The dinner I paid again the other day. I went out with my staff to eat out, watching Barça Juve, and my aphony is for today because my players don't pay attention to me. That's why.
Good translation.
Okay, guys, we're in embargo